We dedicate this service to the members of our youth group who could not be here this morning, and to the members who have recently experienced hardship and devastating loss. Please keep these people in your thoughts this morning as you enjoy our youth group service. We love you all. Ben Platt once said, "Don't waste any time trying to be like anybody but yourself, because the things that make you strange are the things that make you powerful." What I love about those words is that it rings true to everything we stand to support and love within these walls, this community. We're all special and gifted within our own spaces and talents, all of us making the most of the time we share together into the next steps of our lives. Normally, when we begin a service, we begin with a moment of quiet, followed by a prelude where we all sit and listen to the beautiful music that Sunday gives us. Today, we're going to switch it up a bit. While preludes are lovely, we've spent so much of these past 2 years cooped up in our homes, all of that energy trapped inside of us. With that being said, I would like everyone to stand up in body or in spirit if you are able. Today's music will be Dancing's Not a Crime by Panic at the Disco. And what I would like everyone to do is to join us by dancing inside of your pews alongside myself and my fellow youth group members. All I ask is that you stay inside your pews as the center aisle will be occupied through most of this. Let us all be present in this moment to fully enjoy what's about to happen. So please clap and dance along to your heart's content, and especially cheer with all of us. This is a moment where I want you all to feel free and happy as we are all here to be today. Thank you.
In the clouds, I know it sounds awkward, and filthy as charged. You're a sweet talker, but darling, what you gonna say now? The midnight marauders, the high you never come down. You can't take me anywhere. You can't take me anywhere. I'm still uninvited, I'm still gonna light it. I'm going insane and I don't care. Whatever they tell you. Dancing's not a crime unless you do it without me. Oh, dancing's not a crime unless you do it. And if you're not crawling with him, I won't take it lying down. I got a few lawyers, and you're guilty as charged. We could be waltzing, yeah, but darling, don't be throwing shade now. So call me St. California if you add another altar. Just give me your vows, yeah. You can't take me anywhere. You can't take me anywhere. I'm still uninvited, I'm still gonna light it. I'm going insane and I don't care. Whatever they tell you. Dancing's not a crime unless you do it without me. Oh, dancing's not a crime unless you do it. What's come over you? Baby, just tell me now. Honey, make that move. 'Cause I just wanna be your boyfriend, girlfriend, oh yeah. And I just wanna be your boyfriend, girlfriend, oh yeah. Whatever they tell you. Dancing's not a crime unless you do it without me. Oh,
Ready? I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride, even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most, even our dreams. Rosemary Harris.
Good morning. My name is Lois, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Worcester. And welcome to our annual youth group service entitled What Comes Next. Our group throughout this past year has expanded and evolved with new members, bringing new energies and dynamics to the church. Let me catch my breath. As we did outreach events at IHN, at Overlook and Bemis Farms, and many other fun activities, we also looked inward to support each other in times of struggle and hardship. Our group values the communities around us as well as our own, a core trait that each youth group member carries with them. The service this morning showcases many seniors who are saying goodbye, as well as many newcomers who are beginning to step into their own as we all wonder and ask what comes next. Joys and sorrows is just going to be a little different today. Placed at each pew are small slips of paper. If you are able and willing to participate, please write a word or short phrase that answers the question of what comes next in regards to your life. If you are on Zoom and would like to participate, please share your answer in the chat. These answers will be shared out with the larger congregation later in today's service. Please note that this service is being live streamed on Facebook and is being recorded for future availability on the church YouTube channel, as well as our website worship archive. Thank you for being with us this morning online and in person, and we hope you enjoy our readings, reflections, and dancing.
Morning, everybody. As you start traveling that road of life, remember this: there are never enough comfort spots. The places you are going to are never on the map. Kermit the Frog. Please join in, everybody. We're doing a song.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah, yeah. Oh. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. Yeah, yeah. It's the climb. Oh, yeah. It's all about the climb. It's the climb.
We now take an offering that allows us to exercise that all-important generosity of spirit, an offering that will support this self-supporting church and its many ministries. The gifts of this congregation will be most gratefully received. You can also give by texting 508-231-5335 or visiting our website, uucworcester.org/offertory. Place your donations in the plates as they come around. The offering will now be received. Thank you.
Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass, 7 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends. September It's what I lost. Wake me up when September ends. Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass. 20 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends.
Hello, everyone. I am Fidelma, and today we ask for you to fill out a paper for joys and sorrows. A paper with the same question we are asking within ourselves right now: what comes next? Should it be a joyful moment or a time in need of support? We ask you to come forward at this time and share what you have written down. If you are on Zoom and want to join in, please raise your hand virtually or physically, and we will spotlight you and let you share, with the option to also just type your joy or sorrow tied to our theme as well. So, does anyone want to share what comes next for them? If so, please, you can go in front and speak in the microphone over there. Thank you. Does anyone? Okay.
And now? What comes next for my family is that we send this lovely young woman back to Indonesia. And we say, see you later, but never goodbye.
Thank you for sharing.
One, I go into fourth grade. 2, I make new friends. And 3, we get to see and make more live theater.
Awesome. Thank you.
So I'm glad I wrote this down. Long distance family togetherness. My mom got short and long letters from me. I'm gonna get pictures and videos and texts. And like my mom, I'll get visits and calls.
No.
As Charlie goes off to college, actually, I'm excited for his new journeys, but I'm going to miss his amazingly positive attitude.
Hi, Nancy and John. We were on the same wavelength. I wrote parenting a teen in 6 months.
Parenting a reasonably awesome teen in 6 months.
Hi, after a bad winter of health issues, for me, what comes next is a summer of kayaking, health, and joy with others.
I'm looking forward to retirement.
Starting in April, I get to have the, well, much fun of the few months long preparations for August when I am going to be going overseas to Japan to finally visit my older brother who I have not seen since he went over to Japan in 2019.
As of Tuesday, we don't have children anymore. We have young adults. And we're just loving watching them unfold into the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I get to, what comes next for me is a new job after 7 years in a job I've liked and I'm happy to be leaving.
Awesome.
Very much liked, loved. But the next chapter is that I'll go into an office where I have coworkers, but I'll go to a home without any. And that's going to be a big change for me. And I wish him luck everywhere.
So what comes next? Hope, excuse me. So hope, health, and happiness, and a life without our daughter, our firstborn, going off to college. Her joy will be mine and our families, but will also be a bit of a sorrow. Thanks.
Feeling that the youngest among us have been misrepresented here, I get more baby smiles, she smiled this week, and more hugs.
Hi, my name's Paul, and I got a joy. I've been working with some people, like freelancing with computers, and as a bonus, they gave me some tickets. I'm going to be seeing Donna Summer next week, and Anesthesia a couple weeks afterwards. And I said, wow, that was really a surprise. And also, for those who are retiring, okay, I have been so busy. I'm never home, you know.
My name is Lindsay, and I'm looking forward to a summer of travel and family time. And I'm now thinking we need a trip to Philadelphia in the fall.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robin. One thing I'm looking forward to next is I have a granddaughter that's going, a second granddaughter that's going to be born in August. Actually, July 31st. And her name is going to be Penelope.
Awesome.
Also, what comes next for me is that 3/4 of our youth group are seniors and they will be graduating. And even though I love every year, every youth group, This one has been particularly special to me because I know a lot of them grew up in the nursery here and together, you know, there you go. And they have been together for so long, and they've been going to multiple trips together, and they're very bonded, but they welcome with open arms any new person that comes into their group. And we've had a number of new people come into our group, so I just, I'm so honored to be able to spend Sunday evenings with these fine people, and I'm going to miss them, but I'm looking forward to what comes next for them and for us.
Thank you for sharing, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello, I'm Eva Anderson. We wish for a storm or two that you may enjoy the calm. We wish for tranquility in time of trial. We wish for a cool breeze on a warm day and pale white clouds that you may better appreciate the blueness of the sky. We wish for the darkness so that you may see the stars. We wish for the anticipation of grand adventure, and we wish to have the courage to avoid battle. We wish to have a sense of wonder through the various arts within our space. We wish to remain companions so that you may appreciate our solitude. We wish to be friends who understand each other. We wish to become all that we wish to be. We hope to become all that we wish to be, and more than we hope we can be. We wish to give a flower to smell, a hand to touch, a voice to cheer, and a heart to gladden. And we wish to be someone you love as we love you. Thank you. We stop, we pause, we pay attention, we center ourselves.
Hit it, Bruce.
We free ourselves from the compulsion of projects to finish, work to be done, things to accomplish.
We leave ourselves alone for a time.
We journey deep down into that quiet center where no voice is heard.
We live for a brief time on an island of peace.
We apprehend the world from a quiet center.
Here is the center of the world.
In this instant are centered the whirling orbs, the movement of earth and sky.
In this fragile moment of time is the culmination of all that has been and the promise of all that shall be.
Here in our grasp, in this moment, is the center of the world.
Hey, everybody. My name is Charlie Heffernan, and I've been a member of this church for 18 years. The graduating seniors and I were asked to answer the question, what comes next? What that literally means for me is majoring in mechanical engineering at Drexel University in Philadelphia, which I am very excited about. But what I really wanted to do today is look back and share the astronomical impact that growing up in this congregation and in this youth group has had on me. I remember when I was younger, I was a serious complainer, and I would put up a real fight every Sunday morning when my mom took me and my brother to church. I would say all sorts of stuff about how it was so boring and so useless, and I would argue that my time would be better spent playing video games in the basement. At the end of the day, however, church is much more fun than video games in the basement. Every Sunday after our RE classes ended, us kids would have so much fun playing hide-and-seek tag, known here as Manhunt. We would run ourselves into the ground from exhaustion. I remember when Conrad and I would climb so high up in the trees that nobody could even see us from the ground. My mom would always have to drag me away because eventually we did have to go home. We found playing silly games fun back then, and guess what? We still find it fun now. Even now, most nights after youth group, you will find us playing Manhunt because we have not forgotten how to just be little kids and play stupid games. Manhunt is just the beginning, though. We have had Nerf gun battles and video game tournaments. We have had cupcake baking competitions and thrift store fashion shows. We have had mini golf, Sky Zone, and laser tag outings. Once we even made a short film about Casey falling in love with a skeleton named Salazar. In summary, when you guys all leave, this place becomes our playground. Being grown up is to be able to look at life in ways that your former self couldn't. The way I look at life now is that being able to be a little kid is a strength, not a weakness. I am incredibly thankful this is a group of young people who are mature enough to be able to turn on our goofy sides every once in a while. No matter what comes next for me in life, I will always face it with the perspective that being a kid is wonderful. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lois, and this year I wrote my reflection on my feelings about the world and how much support I've gotten from UCW. I asked myself what comes next many times this school year. What comes next, I asked, with tones of excitement when I got cast as the lead in the show, when I looked forward to the next course in a 3-course meal, and when I got the opportunity to be in a program that mentors freshmen at my school. Of course, I asked what comes next with uncertainty and despair, when I didn't know if there would be enough people to have a Burncoat girls soccer team, when almost everyone in my friend group got COVID, and when I witnessed my closest friends, women of color, be victims of senseless racism within my own community. When I saw adults in my school not wearing their masks correctly and complaining of vaccines, I asked, what comes next? Will they be reprimanded? Will they be let off the hook? Or will their actions be made an example of what not to do? Anger and resentment boiled up multiple times this year when it felt like I was doing my best job to keep myself and others safe, but the adults, the one who were supposed to be role models, weren't doing their job. I mean, while I was writing this reflection, the mask mandate was lifted for Worcester Public Schools, a district with only a 34% vaccination rate among students. I'm angry about how adults are owning fossil fuel companies that are hurling our planet towards destruction and trying to eliminate comprehensive sexual education from the Worcester Public Schools. What comes next for the future children of the people you have seen standing before you this morning in regards to the climate disaster? What comes next for kids who are victims of sexual assault because consent isn't being taught in our schools? During my senior year, however, I'm attempting to answer my own question of what comes next. I have called into school committee meetings to advocate for sex ed, joined an organization that focuses on reforming public schools, and helped create mental health resources within my school. At UUCW, we attempt to answer the question of what comes next for the community around us by volunteering with IHN, Farms in Worcester County, and lending a helping hand in the nursery, kitchen, and classrooms Sunday morning. Maybe we've answered the question of what comes next for a homeless family by providing them shelter, a warm meal, and some rowdy kids from 90 Holden Street to play Uno with. At UUCW, I'm forever grateful for the support I have received here and the guidance I have gotten from adults that truly care about me. I know that the adults here want to listen to me, respect me, and want to see me succeed, and that is what makes this place so special. If I ever start to panic during the week and obsess over what comes next, well, I always know there will be youth group at 6 on Sunday. What I've learned from the multitude of challenges and triumphs over my high school years is asking what comes next is inevitable, but what matters is the attempt you make to answer the question. I hope everyone here starts to examine the environment around them and find a way to work towards answers for their community. Answers such as keeping the WRTA free, searching for a new Worcester school superintendent, and creating jobs for the youth in the city are important. Life is crazy and full of uncertainty, but I hope everyone can step up and find where they are able and where they find belonging to answer what comes next. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Fidelma again, right here. So first of all, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Fidelma, and I am an exchange student from Indonesia. I've been in the youth group since I arrived here in September. I live with Vic and Pete. So here we go. Home. What's home mean to you? For me, it means somewhere that makes us feel comfortable, safe, and happy. Well, it's not about a place, how big it is, or how fancy it is inside the building, but it's about the people surroundings. Oftentimes, someone asks me, do you miss home, or do you feel homesick? Well, the normal answer would be yes. Who's not going to miss family at home when it's 9,500 miles away? Yeah, I guess it's me. And I felt so lucky that I live around people who are very welcoming, kind, warm, love to spread smile, and spread the positive energy. I felt it here. I felt that I found home here in the UUCW. I'm going to miss US a lot, especially youth group. So I don't want to be sad and fill up my mind about missing home. I really want to enjoy my time and live my precious moments here. June will probably be the saddest month of the year. I have to leave and go back to my home country, continuing my senior year, doing a lot of tests for graduation, and doing my normal daily life. Well, do you know, I once heard about this quote which said, every meeting led to parting. But I don't want to be sad because it's over, just happy because it's happened. So thank you very much for being the sweetener in my life. Then what comes next for me? For me, I see more adventure and opportunities to be faced and more people to meet. Well, I'm not sure yet which path I will step in, but I have plans. And I think I just need to start doing all the things I said I'm going to do. Before there was fear, before there was doubt, before there was worry. Sometimes the brief moment of bravery that allowed me to believe my dreams are actually possible. Needs to be enough for me to actually start chasing them. A couple weeks ago, I heard this from my English teacher. He said that everyone has time to grow, to find out who they really are and what they want to be. And there's no schedule for that. Reach a goal when you are comfortable and ready. Allow yourself to learn valuable lessons along the way and discover more about yourself. Take your time. The world is no rush. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eva Anderson. I've been a part of the youth group for 3 years. I don't know where life is going. I say I'm okay with that, but an uneasy feeling says otherwise. I used to look forward and wonder about my future self. It was a lot easier to do when I was younger. Now I look forward and I have questions, mostly questions for myself that I don't know how to answer. I have been happy and content that my family and I are in one place. My dad retired from the military and we don't have to move anymore. It gives me a sense of permanence. Now that feeling falters because of a new adventure I have to prepare for. Growing up. There was always a plan when we moved. Each move brought its own feelings. Looking back on each place and their memories, I still remember my favorite people and all of the feelings. This new adventure is different. This is one where I start to make plans of my own. It is scary and confusing, but there are people who are there to help me. And although the plan is not complete or set, I can't help but feel excited. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Casey Johnson Erickson. Who knows how long I've been in this church? Probably since I, couldn't speak, couldn't see, like 3 days after I was born. I used to fear the words, what comes next? This uncertainty and unknown journey lying before me, ever slowly inching closer and closer until it was about to face me head on and make everything seem real. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. While your eyes are closed, try to picture in your mind this open area. Picture an open field with trees and a sunny sky during a warm day in the middle of June. As the clouds dance above, just this one moment where all is calm and full of happiness is where I am. You can open your eyes now. That's the place I envisioned in my mind when I get stressed or overwhelmed with the feelings of not just the future ahead, but the present here and now. I've always felt this ticking clock, like time was moving faster than I would like on some days, and slower during others. It makes you feel more aware of each day for all of its worth, no matter how bad one day might get. It's a day you got to experience, and that's the best part. I felt trapped trying to figure out the next chapter of my life. It was never going to shift away from dance, the core foundation of my future, but the dream shifting course over the last 14 years I've studied. Broadway was the goal at first for a while, but then it shifted and altered into other variations. I then found my love for writing my own choreography and teaching it to others over the course of the last 2 years. I've written at least 26 dances, if not more, which takes a lot to do. And not included in that number of 26 and so on are the hundreds and hundreds of failed attempts and concepts my brain and heart didn't deem good enough for the world. My fear being, if I didn't write good now, how was I supposed to make a career out of doing it later? But I was looking at it from a wrong angle, and it wasn't until I started spending more of my hours in the day at the studio when I began assisting in younger classes and working even harder in my own. I realized how high the expectations I put on myself were. I got the privilege and opportunity to be offered a teaching job at my studio to teach my very own class using my writing. I was offered a young boys hip hop class, the first of its kind at my studio. Any other hip hop classes I had taken or others had always been merged and never just one demographic. Teaching these boys has been one of the greatest pleasures of my life, as difficult as it is. I've been able to see them progress in the same way that I have all of these years, and I see myself still doing each day. It's not every day a 17-year-old gets the chance to teach a dance class on their own with their choreography and hope it succeeds. But it's what I wanted to do for so long, and it's what I want to continue to do in these next steps forward into the future. This year, I have the high honor of playing the lead role as Aladdin in my senior year recital. And after that's all over, I've decided to take a gap year to dedicate as much as I can to ready myself for these next steps, working harder than ever before to strengthen my body and my mind. My heart is the strongest part of that trio, and if I can match myself to be half of that, I think I'm in good hands. I've spent so long fearing the future of what comes next, I didn't realize all the good and wonderful things that are happening and coming my way fully. I'm so lucky to have grown up in places like here, where I can be myself and express myself. Through thick and thin, my whole life, dance has been a catalyst to finding myself and figuring out my emotions. I've been through a lot these past couple of years, but who hasn't? But it didn't stop me, no matter how hard it tried. No matter the heartbreak or the struggles, whatever they may be, we can always find new ways to push ourselves forward. The longer we wallow, allow ourselves to, we will never grow. My guides are within the moon and with my friends and my family, helping me grow and journey through life as I go. Stopping to ask myself, am I being led by fear or by love? I choose love. I'm done letting my past consume me. My future is bright as I dance my way through life. I leave you with the words of a man I couldn't identify with more as he sings, "Cages or wings, which do you prefer? Ask the birds. Fear or love, baby, don't say the answer. Actions speak louder than words." Jonathan Larson, Tick, Tick, Boom.
Why do we play with fire? Why do we run our finger through the flame? Why do we leave our hand on the stove? Although we know we're in for some pain, oh, why do we refuse to hang the lights when the streets are dangerous? Why does it take an accident before the truth gets through to us? Cages or wings, which do you prefer? Ask the birds. Fear or love, baby, don't say the answer. Actions speak louder than to be our best when we can just get by and still gain? Why do we nod our heads although we know the boss is wrong as rain? Why should we blaze a trail when the well-worn path seems safe and so inviting? Which do you prefer? Ask the birds. Tell me why so many people believe cages or wings. Which do you prefer? Ask the birds. Fear or love, baby, don't say the answer. Actions speak louder than louder than louder than louder than louder than cages or wings. Which do you prefer? Ask the birds. Fear or love, baby, don't say the answer. Actions speak louder, louder than louder than. They speak louder, louder than louder than. Actions speak louder than.
Please join us in our closing hymn in the Teal Hymnal number 1028, fan favorite, Fire of Commitment. Okay. Stand in body or in spirit. Come on, guys.
From the light of days remembered burns a beacon bright and clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirits into faith set free from fear. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. From the stories of our living rings a song both brave and free, calling pilgrims still to witness to the life of liberty. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us
What makes life valuable is that it doesn't last forever. What makes it precious is that it ends. I know that now more than ever. And I say it today, of all days, to remind us that time is luck. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Make yours count for something. Fight for what matters to you, no matter what. Because even if you fall short, what better way is there to live? It's easy to feel hopeful on a beautiful day like today, but there will be dark days ahead of us too, and there will be days where you feel all alone, and that's when hope is needed most. So keep it alive. No matter how buried it gets or lost you feel, you must promise me that you will hold on to hope and keep it alive. We have to be greater than what we suffer. My wish for you is to become hope. People need that. I know it feels like we're saying goodbye, but we will carry a piece of each other into everything that we do next, to remind us of who we are and of who we're meant to be. Emma Stone, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Please enjoy a slideshow done by Fidelma and stay on after for fellowship breakout rooms if online. Thank you again for coming.
I had to leave to see how good I had it. I had it. I had to go to know how good I had it. Would you have me if I come back home? My mama said when I was 6 years old, I would always sit up by the window. I would always say the city way too cold. Wish there was another place I could go. She would ask where and I would say where, anywhere, tell me where. Cause I'm scared if I'm here then I'll never see paradise. I just wanna see paradise. So I had to leave to see how good I had it. I had it. I had to go to know how good I had it. Would you have me if I come back home? And I was dating D for 3 years. Then I broke a promise cause I had to go to college, thinking about my tomorrows. Then I met Arena, but of course I had to leave her cause the grass is always greener. Cause theoretically she gave me everything I need, but for whatever reason I ain't never feel like me. I looked her in the eyes and said my heart isn't in it. She looked me in the eyes and said where is it? And I said where, anywhere, tell me where. Cause I'm scared if I'm here then I'll never see paradise. I just wanna see paradise. So I had to leave to see how good I had it. I had it. I had to go to know how good I had it. Would you have me if I come back? Nothing better than my mama rice and beans. All the sound of people yelling on the street. The lights when I land at JFK. The cold wind when it hits me in my face. I only feel the ground under my feet when Jazzy's standing right there next to me. And those are things that make me feel at home. And that's the only paradise I know. So my mama said when I was 6 years old, I would always sit up by the window. I would always say the city way too cold. Wish there was another place I could go. She would ask where and I would say where, anywhere, tell me where. Cause I'm scared if I'm here then I'll never see paradise. I just wanna see paradise. So I had to leave to see how good I had it. I had it. I had to go to know how good I had it. Would you have me if I come back home? And I was
was dating D for 3 years. Then I broke a promise cause I had to go to college. Thinking about my tomorrows. Then I met Arena, but of course I had to leave her cause the grass is always greener. Cause theoretically she gave me everything I need. But for whatever reason I ain't never feel like me. I looked her in the eyes and said my heart isn't in it. She looked me in the eyes and said, where is it? And I said, where, anywhere, tell me where, cause I'm scared if I'm here then I'll never see paradise. I just wanna see paradise. So I had to leave to see how good I had it. I had it. I had to go to know how good I had it. Would you have me if I come back? Nothing better than my mama rice and beans. All the sound of people yelling on the street. The lights when I land at JFK. The cold wind when it hits me in my face. I only feel the ground under my feet when Jazzy's standing right there next to me. And those are things that make me feel at home. And that's the only paradise I know. So I had to leave to see how good I have it. I have it. I had to go to know how good I have it. How good I have it. I have it. So I'm coming home. Better than my mama's rice and beans. Ooh.
So, we have had 3 advisors that have been with us this whole year, and they are wonderful people. Please give a warm round of applause for Bruce Lachey, Lee Hill, and Kirsty Johnson Erickson. Come on up here, guys. And keep clapping for Robin Miskovich. Come on up here.
Yeah, I got it. We literally could not have done any of this without Robin. I may have written most of this, but Robin is the only thing keeping us sane in this building. So Robin, alongside the flowers, we were gonna present you a giant check, right? But you know, we're a little bit more special than that. So what we did was, we have here a check of our love to you from the entire group, and it's all signed on the back from all of us. We love you, Robin.
You too, Josh. Come on up here.
And finally, I'd like to thank the youth group for their tremendous work, especially Casey for writing this whole service and teaching this whole group how to dance. Now, These are not all dancers to begin with. Believe it or not, they started from just baby dancers, and now look at them. It's been such a pleasure, and it's always a pleasure to work with the youth group because they come up, there's a process, you know, we say, oh my God, youth group services in 3 months, and then we've got a plan, and then they come up and they sit together and they start to think of themes that would speak to them, things that they'd like to say to you. And what? And the planning did happen on Zoom, yeah. These people are tenacious because they had to get it done how they had to get it done. So it was a joy to watch them work. And this time it was just like, I just sat in the pew and said, speak louder, that's it. And you know, they did it all themselves. So let's give a big round of applause to our youth, and I want to thank you all for coming. And please come up and meet them.
That's the end of the show. So thank you all for coming.